Okay, so this week, pretty crazy week, honestly. I feel like I just said last week that it was very crazy this week, and now this week was also, really crazy again. So, Joe Biden is gonna be the president, and we got this $2,000 stimulus coming, and I just been paying attention to social media. I like to observe, honestly. Like, that's my thing. I don't like to say much because usually I don't have all the information. Um, I'm wrong. I don't like, if you don't have all the right information, it really is like difficult, to make like informed decisions on things or even understand things when people start talking. So I just I'm honestly shocked that we even got any money. But what's crazy is when you look to other countries, and they're just handing out stimulus checks every month. On top of that, they have, rent stop, and it's not such a problem to get these things done. So, I think that's why people are upset when they start hearing things about, you know, Mitch McConnell is blocking, $2,000. That's like the headline. People are they're gonna be mad. They're gonna be pissed, and you know, I don't blame them. I was upset too. But then when you start to look into the article more, and it's like he didn't necessarily say no. He said no right this second to all these other things that you were trying to like put on there, I guess, or something like that. I don't know. I still don't know. So that's why I just wait, and I try to make sure that I'm straight, as straight as I can try to be. But we're supposed to be getting this $2,000, and we're also supposed to be getting, well, they're trying to get people to federal minimum wage to be $15, and people are not. I've never. It's amazing. People were talking so much shit about this guy blocking their money, and they were pulling up his income. Oh, of course he's blocking it. He's making 3,700 a week. Oh, it's like, damn. Of course he's not gonna understand the urgency. Like, I feel like these people don't get the urgency of like, we need like people need relief. Like, people need support. Like, people, like, it's rough out here. Like, businesses are closing every day. People are losing their jobs every day. Like, what I'm saying? Like, another day, another dollar. For this guy, it's another day, another 1,000. Like, it's not fair. You can't. Like, they should have these people. I feel like, honestly, like, if you want to be like a public servant, like, I don't know. I just feel like they should put people through like this is what it's like. Like, you should have to experience things that you're talking about. Like, you shouldn't just be able to walk into something and just make laws about it because your dad is, like, it's some family business. Like, running the country shouldn't be a family business. Like, that's crazy. Like, that it's crazy that we live like that. But these people have no idea what it's like to be in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? They have to go to work every day. So I think that's really tough. Like, it's really tough for them. They're 80 years old. They don't know. They, for their whole life, they were elite because of their skin. Like, so, like, people are products of their environment. I always try to like understand like where these old fucking people are coming from. Like, I try to understand I just try to understand like their situation, like, or what their mindset is. But they should really get out the way. Honestly, I feel like we shouldn't have such old people making decisions because it's just they don't get it. The internet moves way too quick for you, bro. Way too quick for you. Like, you're not the guy. Like, you're not the one. Like, none of these guys are. Like, we got Joe Biden. None of these guys are it. But as I was saying though, like, everyone was talking so much smack about Mitch, saying no, and now the same people will look how quick people will say no to this $15. Like I am stunned at all of the reasons why people want other people to be broke. Like they bring up, and this is what I see unanimously, McDonald's. Like they bring up McDonald's. Like, do you want to pay $20 for a Big Mac? I don't want to pay $20 for a Big Mac. And I'm just like, all I can think is, fuck McDonald's. Like, I don't, like, fuck McDonald's. If that's like, I get it, like inflation and everything, but I don't get it, because are you saying you want to keep making $7 an hour? Like, is that what you're saying, that people shouldn't make $15 an hour? Like, I don't get, obviously things are gonna, like, that's not, your job isn't gonna, if you're making $15 an hour right now because you're like a medical whatever, I think that they're probably gonna have to increase your wages. Like, I would assume, I would hope that I can't just go and make the same amount of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, any job that actually is requiring like all this. First of all, you should be doing what you want to do with your life, based on how you want to live your life, or like how like what you love to do. Like, people, we are so programmed now to, people are basing their whole existence off of the thing that's going to make them the most money. And I get it, more money, more happiness. Money can buy happiness. That's what I think personally. But you should still have that fulfilling thing where you don't feel like you're wasting your life. Because if them raising the minimum wage to $15 now invalidates your whole past 8 years of your life, that's not good. And I don't think it, like, people need to stop blaming the government and everything else for their struggles. Like, if someone from Africa can move here to America from like having nothing, and they can, make it, or some guy from India can come here with nothing, with even less, like, they found a way, first of all, to cross the ocean. That's amazing. Like, regardless of how they did it, whether they, like, anyone who's climbing the border, like, if you got here from Mexico and you climbed the border, like, that's crazy. I salute you. And you're not even like, there's just so much. There's so much. And that's really why I wanted to make this podcast, because every day I see something or I hear something that it just doesn't make any sense. And I feel like there's no one out there saying, hey, these little things that you guys are saying, there's like a ripple effect of ignorance that you guys are like sending out into the world. Like, stop saying such ignorant shit. Like, you don't have to do this. You don't have to like put other people down so that you can feel up. Like, your ego, check it, bro. Fuck, like, that, like, somebody write that. Like, that was good. Your ego, check it, bro. Come on. But for real, like, I don't give a fuck. I don't make $15 an hour right now. So if they're gonna make their shit $15 an hour, hell yeah. I don't get it. Obviously, like, you gotta make more money somehow. Like, if I just don't get why people talk shit about other people, like, trying to get money. Like, and it's only from people, I only see people saying, like, negative stuff about this that already are okay. And that, like, just goes back to my whole thing. It's like, people are it's only good if it's good for them. Like, other people don't want to see anyone else get, even if it doesn't hurt them, if it's not helping them, fuck that. No, I'm not doing it. I can't. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And we go to Trump now. This guy has been impeached twice. How do you even get impeached twice? And I feel like they, I don't know. What's gonna happen with Trump? Honestly, like, what now? What now, Trump? What now? They've taken him off social media. So, this is where things start to get tricky. I think when people start when you start when tech companies are deplatforming you, where do you draw the line, like with that? Because freedom of speech is a thing, but if you're inciting riots and insurgency and like destroying democracy, so they say, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't have a platform. But we're getting into a tricky game here where like clearly you don't want, like, no one wants Trump to win anymore. Like everyone wants to see him fall, but you can't take everything away. Well, maybe you can. This is another place where I don't know the right answer, but I feel what I feel like in the back of my mind when I see tech companies start to do this to the bad guy, quote unquote, is I feel like that gives them a chance to move the needle an inch up. Not like they're going to start getting worse and worse people, but they're going to start monitoring less and less aggressive people. Like, okay, now Trump is deplatformed. And the first person that I saw them deplatform was Alex Jones. And mixed feelings about that guy. He found the Bohemian Grove. That's crazy. Like, of course the institution would want to deplatform. Like, it's like they wait for you to make the wrong call, like his Sandy Hook comments or whatever, like that it was a hoax. Bro, you have the big I for a moment, Facebook was almost convincing me that it was a hoax. Like, I don't know what's real anymore. Like, with the right Facebook images, I could be a hoax. Like, I'm pretty sure I don't know. You could convince me of anything, like, for a moment. Like, if you don't do your research, like, it's a crazy, but you gotta be careful when you hit log in. You gotta be careful, because you're gonna log out with a whole different state of mind. And that's what's so crazy about the internet, and that's why it's so hard, because look how deep you're getting hit with Sandy Hook conspiracy, flat Hook conspiracy theories. Like, your simple brain that hasn't progressed yet can't handle that. That's a different type of penetration. Pause. Okay? Like, it takes an advanced level of discernment to handle these spins that everyone is. And then what you have is everybody is so into politics now. Like, I kind of miss when white people would like cringe at you asking them who they voted for. Like, I miss the early 2000s. Like, I wish I could be this age in the early 2000s. I feel like from like 2002, not even, I would say from like 1997 to like 2011 was like top tier era life. Like the internet wasn't so crazy that you could fucking lose yourself in it, but it was still like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, MySpace was dope. Like, the early Twitter days, like, just saying whatever the fuck, like, that was dope. Like, shit is dope. Shit is cool out here. I don't get how it gets so crazy, but I didn't see this thing coming. I didn't. I don't know. But I was talking about free speech, and now I'm talking about like MySpace era. But anyways, as I was saying, like, deplatforming people you don't want your government and your tech companies to start deplatforming people, because then they're going to start deplatforming you. But then this is what the conundrum is I've seen my friends deplatformed before. We've all had a friend that's been in Facebook jail, and we all had a friend that be capping on Facebook, and we see that shit, we read it like, like, some of y'all need to be deplatformed. Like, honestly, like, if I'm serious, like, you shouldn't be able to just post like this. Like, this is too much. So, Anna, whatever your name is, like, you need to relax. I'm about to start. I don't want to start saying nothing crazy on here, but like, when I'm scrolling, I'm just like, wow, like, And then they have the nerve to try to talk shit about what Trump's saying. Some of y'all are worse than Trump, okay? Some of y'all are worse than Trump, and that's a story for another time. But, you know, this is why I don't talk on there, because things will get crazy, and you're gonna lose yourself. Eminem tried to tell y'all. Y'all don't listen, okay? And another thing that you know what recently caught my eye on Facebook is The Weeknd. The Weeknd has been killing the game, you know, as far as like taking his art thing to the next level. This guy is apparently he's been like portraying his music persona in real life for a few years now, and he has this new face thing, prosthetic. I think if that's actually his face now, I don't know. Like, every day that passes, I feel like I'm living in a GTA society, and this is like possibly some type of other experience, dream world simulation extravaganza bonanza. But I don't know. I'm serious. The internet, it's like I see too much. But The Weeknd, people are dumb, and you know, like people are they're just retarded. I'm sorry, I had to collect my thoughts, but like, what's too far, you know, with your art? You know what I'm saying? Like, The Weeknd, he's going hard. Like, this man was covered in bandages, bloodied up, looking crazy, or he wasn't. It's fake. But it's like, we know MK Ultra is a thing. You know, supposedly they were doing these experiments on kids and adults and trying to like bring out alter egos. You know, so we see this all the time, and this is like I used to make music, and came a point where you see things or you get information, and it throttles you for a moment. Like when I found out about MK Ultra, I was shook, you know, because you start to see the code in real life. So it's like, this is a conspiracy theory, but is it? Is it actually a conspiracy theory? Because every artist that's like on the mainstream, they do have some alter ego persona that glorifies like sex, money, drugs, partying, having a good time. So is that them? Or is that the force like trying to control them? You know, so when you see an artist doing, you know, demonstrating themselves like this, and they're making their persona talk about the struggles of being a Hollywood artist, is this a cry for help? Is this for entertainment? You know, because you know, when I be watching some of these new music videos, I be kind of like, is this for me? Like, am I supposed to be watching this? Like, should we call somebody? Like, these artists be going through some really traumatic, demonic, trying times. Like, what happened to like silly Odd Future videos? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, it's too far with the level that everything takes, and I say this all the time, but I'm constantly like, I disconnected. You know, so when you hear me talking about things, it's from the perspective of somebody that took a few years to just focus on them. Like, I'm serious. Like 2, 3, 4 years where I was just like focusing on music, focusing on art, trying to get money. I'm still kind of like that, but I be checking in. I be saying what's up. Be dropping a tweet every now and then. But what you start to learn about life is this is a one world. You know, if you were supposed to be out there by yourself, you would be out there by yourself on your own planet, but we're not on our own planet. You You know, there's literally unlimited amounts of planets out there. I'm sure there's more planets than people when you get down to it. You know, they say there's like the same amount of planets as the same amount of grains of sand and the beaches. Blah. You know, I don't know how like factual this stuff is, but there's only what, a couple billion of us. You spread everybody out in their own little Prince world. You know, that would be lit. But that's not what this is. We locked in. I got a dude above me. I got a dude to the side of me. Dude's outside. Dude's inside. Okay? As we dude it up. Like, shit. Bitches over here, bitches over there, bitches up there, bitches down here, bitches up, clicked up. Okay, you feel me? Okay. But as I was saying, like as I got older, I'm starting to realize like, yo, I can't do this by myself. Like I can't. You can only take things so far because you only have 24 hours in a day. You need somebody else to lend their energy to whatever you're trying to work on. That will amplify that. The more energy that you have, things like coming in from outside sources, the more powerful what you're doing is. The more people are going to come across it, the more people you can touch, it's amplified. You know what I'm saying? So you got to play the game. You know what I'm saying? You're stupid if you're sitting here complaining about the game while you're living in America. Of course, we want to see things be better. You know, this world or this place, I feel like it's just entertainment. Like everything is just entertainment all day, and it's draining. You know, if it's not some Hollywood shit, people don't really talk about it. And I really do think politics is some Hollywood shit. Okay, like. Y'all can sit down for a few weeks and really figure out this world and really figure out, you know, if we want to solve problems or do you want people to live with their problems? Everything is like the medical field. They just want you to live with it. Like how much pain can you take? You know, what's the very limit of like, of just discomfort that we could push a person to experience? So if you want to play the game, you gotta bring a piece of yourself, of some truth into it, mix it in, sprinkle some game. You know what I'm saying? Sell truth, because that's what people are craving. When the reason why I get upset when people are talking about McDonald's as a reason to not give people $15 an hour, it's like, bro, inflation is going. We're experiencing inflation, anyways, type shit. So that's the point. Is that your burger wouldn't be no $20. You're supposed to be making $15 an hour if they're charging you $3, $7 for a Big Mac. Because back then, Big Macs was 10 cents. So things is not equal. Of course, they weren't making $10 an hour, but you understand what I'm saying. You have to increase both things, and it's not equal. So everybody in the comment section of every post need to pipe down. Let people get their money. Stop hating. Like, it's fact. You gotta be the change you want to see in this world, or nothing's gonna get done. It's not up to the government to change anything. It's not up to the system to fix itself. It's up to the individual to say fuck that. That's not what I believe. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I believe. This is what I think the right thing is. I feel like, you know, there's three sides. That's what they say. There's three sides to a story. There's your side, my side, and the truth. I feel like with decisions right now, there's three sides, but we only be paying attention to two. And the two that we be paying attention to is their side and our side, and not the way to actually make this thing work, the way to get this thing to function. I don't want to be one of them civilizations that they find in 100 years, 200 years. Oh, this was Florida. It's the roof of my house under the dirt. Fuck that. You think people are gonna get to space if we're still on this fucking fucking Lindsay Lohan shit. Like, nah. People gotta stop emulating the shit we hate. You hate something, then show other people around you what the right thing to do is. Okay? I think this has been a productive talk. I want to thank y'all for joining me on my second episode of Now What. Again, I am your host, 3 Mink Rugs. Please like, share, subscribe, follow. Tell your mom, your dad, your dog, play this shit in the living room while it's super loud. Do what you gotta do. Alright, I'll see y'all next week. Stay Gucci.